running an agency doesn't have to feel like juggling flaming chainsaws. At Schmidt Consulting Group, we help you ditch the chaos, land more clients, and even enjoy running your business again. No fluff, no BS, just strategies that actually work. Check us out at schmidtconsulting.group because your agency deserves better.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Schmidt List. I'm Kurt Schmidt, and today we're doing something a little different. No guests this time, just me, a microphone, and a book that's been living in my head for way too long. So yeah, I wrote a book, The Attraction Agency. Stop chasing, start attracting. And today I want to talk about why I wrote it and what the self-publishing experience was really like. Spoiler alert, it's quite a journey. And some of the core ideas that I think every business owner needs to hear. So let's get into it. All right, so why write a book? Honestly, I've been asking myself that question for years, and the real answer is pretty simple. I got tired of watching smart, talented entrepreneurs run themselves into the ground chasing clients who don't value them. I've been in this game a long time, and I've run agencies and businesses. I've led teams of 50 plus people delivering hundreds of millions of dollars in projects. And I've coached entrepreneurs who are stuck in that hamster wheel of cold outreach, low margins, and starting over at zero every single month. And here's the thing, I've lived it too. I remember chasing a prospect for 3 straight weeks, multiple calls, multiple follow-ups. And when they finally chose another business to go with, you know what they said? Well, they just said we felt more comfortable with them. Not better work, not better pricing, it was just familiarity. And that moment stuck with me because I realized I wasn't losing to better businesses than me. I was losing to familiar ones. And that's when everything shifted for me. So this book, it's basically the playbook I wish someone had handed me 15 years ago before I burned through all that time and energy learning this the hard way. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, self-publishing. Because I know some of you might be thinking, Kurt, why didn't you just go the traditional route? Look, I've seen how traditional publishing works. You spend months querying agents, maybe getting picked up and then waiting a year or two for the book to actually come out. And the end of it, you don't really much. With self-publishing, I can control the whole thing because, well, I'm a perfectionist, recovering. The content, the timing, the design, all of it, and honestly, that suits me. I'm not great at waiting around for permission. But let me be real with you, it's not easy. There's no publishing house holding your hand. You're making decisions about formatting, cover design, distribution, marketing, all of it. There are moments where I was deep in the weeds in the middle of the night, thinking, what is the right trim size for this? And thinking, how did I get here? I never thought I'd be an author. But here's what I learned. Self-publishing forces you to be intentional. Every choice is yours, and when you're writing a book about taking control of your business development instead of waiting for opportunities to fall in your lap, well, it felt pretty fitting to walk the talk. All right, let's get into the meat of the book a little bit. The central premise is simple, but it's a mind shift that changes everything. Most businesses are stuck with what I call the chasing cycle. You send cold emails, you build lists, you stack your calendar with first calls, hoping that one of them leads somewhere. And month after month, you end up back at zero. But here's the problem. Less than 5% of B2B buyers are actively seeking services like yours at any given time. 95% of the people receiving your messages aren't even in the market. So you're burning energy on people who are never going to buy from you anyway. And not just energy, money. Meanwhile, the companies that are winning the big retainers and the long-term partnerships, they're not running faster. They're playing a different game. Their presence is established before the RFP exists. Their content shapes the buyer's thinking before their buying cycle even begins. Their relationships give them trust that no email campaign can replicate. That's what I mean by attraction. It's not about being passive. It's about building a reputation so clear, so consistent, and so trustworthy that the right clients seek you out instead of the other way. So how do you actually do this? That's where the relationship engine comes in. It's a system built on a few key principles. First is positioning. You have to be clear about who you serve and what problems you solve. Vagueness makes you forgettable. The companies that grow the fastest are the ones with the sharpest positioning and not the ones trying to be everything to everyone. The second is planting value. This is about showing up consistently with insights, teaching, helpful content, things that make your ideal clients' and customers' lives a little bit easier. You're not pitching, you're proving. And over time, that builds trust at scale. And the third is nurturing. Most agencies treat closed projects like the end of a relationship. It's a big mistake. Past clients are the most likely to hire you again. Staying present after the work is done is one of the highest leverage things you can do. And fourth is teaching. When you share what you know in public, you stop looking like a vendor trying to win business and start feeling like a guide people trust. That's a massive shift in how prospects perceive you. And fifth, protecting your value. This one's huge. I've seen so many agencies do great work, then discount themselves the moment a negotiation starts. Your work is your credibility. Negotiation is how you protect it. When you put all this together, you stop starting from zero every month. You build momentum. You attract clients who respect the way you think and can afford the way you work. Okay, one thing I really wanted to hammer home in the book is that chasing isn't just ineffective, it's expensive. And I'm not just talking about money. There's the time drain, the emotional labor. Low response rates force you into more outreach than you ever planned. Hours disappear into follow-ups that go nowhere. They're the wrong clients. When you catch clients by chasing, they're often the worst fit. Short-term, transactional, price-sensitive. They came in because you happened to appear at the right moment, not because they trust your expertise. And then there's the identity cost. Chasing does something subtle to you over time. You start watering down your point of view. You hesitate to take a stance because you're afraid it might scare someone off. And before you know it, your message sounds just like everyone else. And then there's the team cost. Bad clients don't stay bad fit. And then there's the team cost. Bad fit clients don't stay bad fit. They turn into scope tension, endless revisions, and late-night quick favors. Your team ends up paying for the clients you should have never taken on in the first place. I've watched these incredible teams start to doubt themselves because of one poor fit engagement that came from chasing. Not because they lack skill, but because they were trying to satisfy a client who should have never been in the portfolio from the first place. I want to share a quick story from the book because I think it captures a lot of this. I once pushed hard to land a must-win prospect. Chased the relationship longer than I should have, and when the deal finally closed, my team didn't celebrate. They breathed a sigh of relief, but not in a good way. More like, thank God that's over. Within a month, the warning signs were clear. Misaligned expectations, unclear goals, pressure coming from every direction. Halfway through the project, one of my senior team members pulled me aside and said, "We both know we should not have taken this." They were right. I didn't want to admit it, but the truth was obvious. I had dragged the team into a situation that drained us because I was trying to prove something rather than practicing what I had preached. That small moment changed the way I thought about chasing. The cost wasn't just wasted time, it was the toll it took on people who trusted me to use better judgment. So, if you take nothing else away from this episode, here's what I want you to remember. The clients you want are already out there. They're paying attention, trying to make sense of a noisy world. Your job is to make it easier for them to see you. Make it easier for them to trust you. Make it easier for them to say, "This is the person I want to work with." You don't need a breakthrough moment or a heroic strategy. You just need a rhythm you can return to week after week, and that's where real growth starts. And the best thing, you already have what it takes. You're skilled at the work. You deliver results. The challenge was never your ability. It was about getting the right clients to notice, trust, and choose you. And now, you have a system for that. All right, that's the episode. If you want to grab a copy of The Attraction Agency, you can find it at Amazon or Barnes & Noble, and I'll put a link in the description below. And if you want the companion kit with some practical tools to put stuff into action, make sure you check out my website, schmidtconsulting.group, and sign up for the newsletter. As always, thanks for listening. I'd love to hear what resonated with you. Drop me a note on LinkedIn or shoot me a quick message. And if you found this helpful, share it with another business owner who might be stuck on that chasing treadmill. Until next time, keep showing up, keep planting value, and stop chasing butterflies. Mend your garden and they will come. Take care.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the show, we'd love it if you left a review on iTunes or Spotify. It makes a big difference. And be sure to check out schmidtconsulting.group for more ideas and insights. Remember, every big dream starts with a single step. Keep moving forward, stay curious, and don't forget, we're rooting for you. See you next time.